Okay, so today during math, we're going to be counting by tens to 100. Now, before this, we've always been counting by ones. But just like when we count the day of school, it takes a really long time to count to 100 by ones. So a much quicker way is to count by tens. First, we're going to watch a video.
This is part of a 100 chart. It starts at 1. What number does it end at?
Okay, so it starts at 1. Chart end at today. Looks like number 60.
It ends at 60. What numbers are colored?
All right, let's look at the numbers that they colored in orange. Now, is this a row or a column? Just to review, a row goes from left to right. A column goes from top to bottom. So is this a row or a column? That's right, it's a column. What numbers are colored? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and 60. We have just started counting by tens.
10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and 60. What do you notice about the ones place of the colored numbers?
The ones place, they colored them in blue. What do we notice about the ones place? That's right, they're all the same. They're all 0.
It is always 0. What do you notice about the tens place of the colored numbers?
Okay, let's see if we can see a pattern when we're looking at the tens place. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do you hear a pattern? I hear one. It's a counting pattern.
It goes up by 1 each time. What number are you counting by when you count the colored numbers? You are counting by tens. Now look at the groups of cubes. What do you notice about these numbers?
Okay, so let's look at these numbers. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and 60. Wow, they're the same numbers as in this column. These cube trains each represent a 10, and we can double check and count how many cubes are in each train. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But if we wanted to count all of these cubes and we decided to count by ones, it would take a really long time. Since we know that each train has 10, we can count by tens. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. There are 60 cubes.
They are the same as the colored numbers in the chart. How many cubes are there in each group? There are 10 cubes in each group. So every time you count a group, how many more cubes are you counting on?
So as we're counting, are we counting by ones or by tens? What do you think? Let's try it.
Drag groups of cubes to the mat to count by tens.
Okay, let's drag some groups. We're looking at the number on the bottom. It's counting them for us. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and 60. So when we count by tens, it's a lot quicker than counting by ones. Let's try it again. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60.
Each time you add a group, you count on by 10 cubes. Decade means a group of 10, so each of these numbers can be called a decade number. What is the decade number just before 30? 20 is the decade number 30. What is the decade number just after 50?
Okay, so decade means we're counting by tens. So we're going up and down this column. So 30 is the decade number that comes after 20. What is the decade number that comes after 50? Again, we're counting by tens, not ones. The decade number that comes after 50 is 60.
"60 is the decade number just after 50. What is the decade number just before 60? 50. Now you know how to count by tens. Great job!
Okay, great job. Now today, when you do your interactive workbook page, you're going to be completing page 639. On this page, you will see cube trains that are in groups of tens. So you need to count by tens to figure out how many there are. Please also watch the YouTube video of Jack Hartman teaching you the song about how to count by tens. If you have any questions or any comments or need any assistance, feel free to reach out.